what was in the contents of that bag. Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And blessings to the hopeful elect out there listening and learning and teaching this word in sincerity and truth, in the hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahweh Shai, especially in these last days. And as you can see here on the screen, I got a major incident report. This is breaking news. It's put up today, 29th of July, so-called 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. There's more articles on the same thing or reporting the same thing, but I want to focus on this one because it actually comes with some decent pictures that I actually wanted to demonstrate. And there's a reason why I wanted to speak on, these particular suits that are being worn by the police. As you see that they've taped off this this hazardous area, or so they're stating. Now apparently there's been a major incident, and this is from Wiltshire 999s.co.uk. Major incident in Bath City Centre over possible chemical attack. Alright, and this chemical attack, well, let me just keep reading. It says a major incident is unfolding in Bath City Centre over a possible chemical attack. Emergency services were called to an incident in Stool Street around 2:30 p.m. today, Monday. A woman is said to have approached people with a bag, leading some individuals becoming ill. These are the images of the scene in Bath. Alright, Stool Street around 2:30 p.m. today this happened. So this is being reported, the information's unfolding. And you can see the police, they got these hazmat suits on. And the reason why I want to speak about these hazmat suits is the first thing I thought about was that movie Songbird. Because one thing that we do know is that, they've now, first of all, they put this city in lockdown now. Alright, there was one article that I came across that Bath, the city's actually in lockdown because of this actual event. And here we go again with the lockdowns. Alright, and here we go again with the these whether they're set up agent provocateurs, these T attacks, disturbers of the peace, if you will. Which nothing ain't really peaceful. Ain't no peaceful world out here. Ain't nothing peaceful going on at all. The earth is in utter turmoil and chaos. You've seen the uproars of the people, the protests. Things are getting worse. And the scriptures tell us in Matthew 24 and 12. Alright, or is it 24 and I believe is it 12? Yeah, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So this is exactly what's going on here. People are just, doing things. People are getting stabbed up. There's attacks happening left, right, and center. All I'm seeing on breaking news, all my news articles now, is just pure people just getting put to death. And ultimately, we know why this is happening. All right, like the scripture says in Isaiah 45 and 7, we can't forget these scriptures. All right, see, we're not in a time of peace and safety, man. Now's the time to really tighten up mentally, spiritually, and really home in on what's going to keep us stable, which is this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding. Okay, because all the other things that, Jake could be investing their time in, or Jake are investing their time into, other than the scriptures, is not really going to protect them. It's not really going to be of any benefit when all hell breaks loose. In fact, before I get Isaiah 35, I seem to be focusing on Isaiah a lot. Let me get Isaiah 33. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So the Lord said that wisdom and knowledge, is going to keep us stable in these times. Especially in these last days when all hell breaks loose. Now you got people in that peace and safety spirit. Well, we'll see how far that gets them. It ain't going to get them very far, man. Because you got random events just popping up out of nowhere. And then you got like police popping up with hazmat suits, in response to this chemical attack. And it could be in a random city, a city that you don't even really think about. Currently I live in London, but you got these other little cities that, further north of London, further north of the capital. As you travel north, you got these other little towns, Bristol, Manchester, Leeds, Birmingham, and these other little towns, that are beside them, and so on and so forth, where anything can pop off at any one of them. And pretty much this town being in lockdown is pretty much conditioning to you. Well, they do it with predictive programming. They show you that, in times of chaos, that these hazmat suits are going to roll out. And they're going to start grabbing people up. And you know what? The people that are going to be getting grabbed up, it's going to be justified in the eyes of the law and the people because they have some sort of disease. Remember, this led some individuals to fall ill. All right? They became ill. So what kind of illness do they have? What the hell was in that bag? What did that woman approach people with in that bag, leading them to become ill? It says the ambulance service was first on the scene, alerting Avon and Somerset police at 3:08 p.m. According to locals, there are more than 20 emergency vehicles present, including 14 ambulance vehicles. At least 2 people have been stripped naked and sprayed down by fire crews before being given an orange suit to wear by being escorted to the back of the ambulance. So the people got sprayed down, man. Almost like you see in the movies, like, when people get into quarantine, or they might be working on some sort of disease in a lab, and all of a sudden their suit has a hole in it, and they got to run out there, and they got to get sprayed down, and then they got to get put in quarantine to see if they've contracted the disease. I mean, they've been showing you that in these movies, man. I mean, I can't think of one off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure there's plenty of them that's out there, and that I've come across. Where you see these, Songbird, to mention, is one of them, where they had the hazmat suits. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up let me see if I can Songbird. Songbird hazmat suit. Yeah, this is the movie right here. Okay, Songbird, and they showed you them hazmat suits, and they pretty much was pushing that whole pandemic, and a response to that disease outbreak was the hazmat suiters. They came out and they started grabbing people out of their homes, and these were the agents that this is the particular agent that they were using in the movie to go from door to door and grab people up. So this is predictive programming, man. All right. And this looks exactly the same as what you're seeing right here. I mean, what's the difference? This is right in front of you. You might be saying that's just in a movie. Well, guess what? It's become a reality, man. It's actually becoming reality. People are getting sprayed down in public before they actually get seen to and treated, for contracting some sort of illness. All right? They've already preconditioned you to the lockdowns. They've already preconditioned you to wearing the masks. Being told that you can't go from one place to another, which again, that's biblical prophecy. 2 Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. In this particular movie, they showed you the concentration camp. Okay. Let me see if I can get a still of that. Concentration. Let me see if they show you it in this, but I don't think. You might have to just watch the movie yourself to see it, because I don't think they're gonna show. And in this movie they showed you that that the C119 had pretty much mutated to like C23. There was like other variants that pretty much mutated. All right. It says Songbird. Let's see, what's this movie about? Immune to the C23. A courier races against time to save the woman he loves, and pretty much in order for him to get from one place to another, he had to show them this wristband to say that he was exempt or he was immune from the virus. All right. So predictive programming at its finest, man. So let's keep reading this article here. We can get some more scripture. In fact, I'm gonna get one more scripture here. Let me get 2 Corinthians, because one thing we have to do is, or we have to understand is that, you know, we have to watch. You know, the Lord told us to watch. You know, we can't just sit back and just, you know, that keep calm and carry on spirit and act like things ain't happening out here. No, things are definitely going on. All right. 2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, so that Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You know? So the devices of Satan, we have to watch to see what Esau's planning to do next. And ultimately, you know, the ultimate, how can I say, order to be restored in these cities when all hell breaks loose is going to be for people out here to take that chip. And a lot of people, the majority of the people are going to take it. First of all, the scripture says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So people are going to want to buy, they're going to buy and sell, they're going to want to eat. Okay, and they're going to want to be able to move around freely and so on and so forth. You know? So going back to this article, it says, at about 2:30 p.m., a woman approached people with a bag in Stall Street, leading to some individuals feeling unwell. We're not aware of any other further reports of people feeling unwell. As a precaution, emergency personnel are wearing protective clothing and are working with Southwestern Ambulance Service and Avon Fire and Rescue Service at the scene and have well-rehearsed plans for responding to such incidents. Well-rehearsed plans, man. So what are these plans? Okay, what are they planning to do? Okay. Now this might just slip through, you know, the flood of information, you know, that you can get on your devices. This might just slip through, you know, into the background. But hey, it didn't slip on me this time. I picked up on this because I'm the first thing I saw is these hazmat suits, and I said, well, hold on a minute, that reminds me of that movie Songbird. Okay, and there's gonna come a time, you know, for order to be restored. Remember that there's a thing called order wabkeo, man. And for order to be restored, you know, draconian measures are gonna have to be pushed, and the ultimate draconian measure is for people to get that chip. Let me get 2 Ezra 16. And I believe it's from about verse 70. All right, it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities. All right, this is another, you know, city outside of London. Okay, Bath City Centre. Okay, so these little shock and awe and horrific events that be happening, people contracting illnesses, and who's to say that this thing ain't gonna spread, or they can't spin it to make it spread all throughout the UK, man. I mean, this is the way we got to be thinking. Scripture says never trust thine enemy. Like, we actually got to be seeing what this devil's doing next. Okay, people getting sprayed down in Bath City Centre. Come on, man, by guys in hazmat suits. I mean, this is something out of like a sci-fi movie, like, but it's in reality. And for all the scoffers and scorners that didn't believe that these things were possible, you're going to have to eat your words. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So Jacob's trouble, man. This is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. You know? It says, they're going to be like madmen, sparing none. Meaning, they ain't going to spare no one's feelings. They don't care whether you're old or you're young, or whether you got appropriate clothing on to be dragged out of your home. All right, they don't care whether you're married, whether you're single. You know, they don't care whether you got a woman, whether you got a young daughter, or separating families. And oh wait, let me just get my having you get your sentimental, personal belongings. When they come and grab you, what does it say? It says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." So they're just gonna come and grab you up, man. Like door-to-door searches. These are the kinds of things that are gonna be happening. You know, and we can see these things happening, man. And that's why we constantly blow the trumpet. We constantly alert you, and we warn you of the things that are coming. All right, it says, then shall it be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. All right, so this is real, man. The shit's popping off out here. All right, and the Lord said that there were going to be pestilences. All right, let me get that in was it Matthew 24 and 6. It says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled. And we're in a time of experiencing wars and rumors of wars, and these are the signs of the end. You know, where the disciples asked him, ask Yahushua, what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And we know that, Esau is ruling in these last days, because Esau, he is the wicked. And the scripture says Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Yahushua's kingdom is next. You got guys out there talking about when Yahushua comes back, we're going to be ruling for 1,000 years, and then all of a sudden, Russia, they're going to, conspire against us, even though we got superpowers, and they're going to take us, they're going to, I don't know, they're going to tie up Yahushua, tie up the saints, and they're going to rule after fuck off, man. What are you talking about? That ain't in the scriptures, man. Okay, remember the scripture says that the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and shall possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right, the scripture said that it shall not be left to other people. This kingdom shall not be left to other people. Yahushua's kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. All right, so it says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So Yahushua is outlining, the signs of his return and of the end, right? It says, and see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Yeah, and this man's kingdom is divided, and no kingdom divided shall be able to stand. With the Republicans, the Democrats. Now you got, Kamala Harris, running for president. You just had Trump that so-called, supposedly, allegedly took a bullet for the nation while he was doing his speech. Everyone hails him as a hero. So if Kamala Harris gets in power, then there could be civil war. There could be more riots. Okay. The Lord said he would set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, man. And the modern day Egypt is America. Okay, that's why the scripture says the dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. And what does America promote? Lewdness, okay, acts of sodomy, okay, a corrupt lifestyle. That's what they promote. And why do they have the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? That's how you know that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. That's America. All right, it says, and there shall be famines. All right, yeah, food prices shooting through the roof. All right, lack of availability of food and water. What does the scripture say in 2 Ezra 16? The victuals shall be so cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, the sword, famine, and great confusion. So this is a time that's coming, man. It says there shall be famines, not lack of availability. You ain't gonna be able to feed your family, man. A lot of people out here are going to starve to death, their body eating away at itself. And in fact, dying of starvation is one of the worst ways to die. There's even a scripture on that. What's that? Pine away. Right? Lamentation chapter 4 verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Right? For these pine away, stricken for want of the fruits of the field. Yeah, because your body just eats away itself. Basically, your body, man, you getting eaten from inside out. That's torture. That's why the scripture's saying it's better for you to just be killed instantly by a sword. Like you just get shot in the head. That's it. But if you got to die slowly, that's torture, man. Your body eating away at itself. That's pain. So let's go back to verse 7 in Matthew 24. It says, and pestilences, okay, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, let's look what that word pestilence says. The word pestilence. All right, loimos, a pestilence, a persistent fellow, a pest or a plague. All right, and didn't the Lord say he would smite Egypt with plagues as before? All right, so we're seeing these plagues, and the main plague is the nuclear missiles, man. There's many forms, the way that the Lord can plague, Esau's empire. All right, but the main plague is the nuke. You can read that in Zechariah 14 and 12. The nuclear missiles, that's the main plague. This shall be the plague. Right, their tongue shall consume away in their mouths and their eyes, shall consume away in their heads. Loosely paraphrasing. Okay? And you had this person that just contracted this, or persons attracted that illness, man. Pestilence, it said, a fatal epidemic disease, especially a bubonic plague. Alright? So diseases, man. Okay? Pestilences, diseases. Alright? And what did you just say? That the woman approached him with a bag. And after she approached him with the bag, what was in that bag? You know, because people fell ill after the content, or being exposed to the contents in that bag. It said that they're saying that it led individuals to become ill. Okay? And the response to that was people getting sprayed down by guys in hazmat suits. And City pretty much getting locked down. Alright, let's see if we can get another article on it. Let's see the one, Daily Mail. Bath City Centre is locked down with police in hazmat suits after shoppers fell ill. Alright, when woman approached them with a bag. So these hazmat suits, man. These hazmat suits. Alright, and the Lord told us that this was going to happen. You know, so we got to be at the end, man. People are just bugging out. People are doing things. Esau, he's pretty much pushing forward with his New World Order agenda. Alright, so we got to watch as well as pray. Alright. Footage circulating online shows officers wearing hazmat suits attending to members of the public in cordon, which has been set up right next to Bath Abbey, the Roman baths and the pump rooms. So that's pretty much it, you know. That's pretty much it. But hey, stay watching, man. People are feeling unwell. Could this be a new pestilence that's going to spread like wildfire? We don't know. They're saying that, you know, they're locking down Bath City Centre. You know? People want to go out. You know, right now, it's about, what, 29, 30 degrees. You know, people want to go out in their flip-flops and their shorts. They want to do shopping. They want to do this. They want to do that. And look, out of nowhere, boom. And that's what, you know, let me get that scripture. Let me get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. In fact, let me start from 1. But of the time and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Right? You know what time we're in, man. We're not in a time of peace. You know, we're in a time of great civil unrest, if anything. We're in a time of division. We're in a time of a downfall of a wicked empire. That's what the time is. Alright, and this kingdom is going down, but it's gonna go down in a violent fashion. Like the scripture says, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down. Hey, Jacob's trouble in the midst of all that turmoil and chaos, man. Esau, he's sharpening that sword for you, Jake. Okay? It says, for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Yeah, it's going to come unawares, like a thief. You know, when it goes up in a yard to steal some shit, they're trying to get up in there and not get caught. They come upon you unaware. You know, they might snap your, they might snap, your back door open or window and climb through it, slip in the dead of the night and catch you off guard. And you wake up, shit, what the fuck, where's my... Or you might be on holiday, you might be flying around somewhere, you come back and your home is gone. Or the contents, or certain contents of your home are just gone. Where's my TV? Where's my PlayStation? All of that. Where's my jewelry? Where's my, like a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So this destruction is going to come suddenly, man. But not to the elect, not to those that are watching. The Apostle Paul said, see them that you walk circumspectly, as wise and not as fools, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Alright, so when we see stuff like this, city centers getting locked down and that with police in hazmat suits, alarm bells should start ringing. Like I said, the first thing that I thought about was that movie Songbird. Where they were going door to door and they were checking people's temperatures every day. And if your temperature was too high, they'd straight up just drag you out of your home and put you in a concentration camp. And no one ever sees you again. Alright? And that's coming in the form of the chip, by the way. And they're going to be setting up these shipping stations, man. Like they show you in I Am Legend. And Will Smith, and he tried to cross a certain border with his wife and child. And they were their foreheads had to be scanned in order for them to cross. Now, Will Smith and his son, they were cleared, but then his wife, I don't think she got cleared first. And then he was like, scan her again! You know, and they scanned her. And then they let her pass. But the point is, there's going to be times of great civil unrest. And in order to quell the unrest, they're going to come forward with the NWO, the chip. You know? And that's going to be the price for your safety, to living in these cities, to buying and selling. You know? For you to be able to eat. Anyway, with that, I pray you were edified. You know, stay watching, stay prayed up. Shalom.